not, going against the grain there.
They don't go against each other at all. Everybody picks the same things.
Yeah.
Johnny this morning complaining he can't make any ground in terms of their prediction record because he just wants to agree with Sideshow, then Sideshow wants to agree with Gill, so they just keep going around in a circle. But I do think, coming into this match, I would favor EnVision. I know they have been the very strong team up until this point. I do think if Kungarna were able to pull this out, I think Baby Bay has to have a tremendous game.
Yeah, but you also got to take into consideration that EnVision, they are going to be playing from DreamHack. They're also going to have a sub come in. Fozik's not playing. So, there are some factors in there that could, tip in the side of Kungarna. And at this point in the season, this is actually pretty big, right? Like, any win that you get out of this it's very vital so you can stay alive and stay in the bubble.
Well, this is also a big match for Rogue, kind of coincidentally. That Rogue now is sitting at 2-3. Kungarna, if they were to lose this to EnVision, they drop down to 2-3. So that puts Rogue, right back in the playoff hunt after yesterday. I mean, Kungarna wins this, they kind of give themselves some separation there between them and Rogue. The first map will be Nepal here. It'll be controlled, kick things off. So, the team's still trying to make up some of their comps. The player playing for EnVision will be Goliath. So Goliath will be playing for Fozik. I know Fozik had a surgery a little bit earlier in the week, emergency procedure. I know.
Get well soon, buddy.
Yeah, it's great to hear he's doing okay. Just did not feel great about playing in today's match. So going to give him some time to recover. So it'll be Goliath playing.
That's right, and I think we started off with a pause here. Some of the players are already.
We lied to you guys. We're not actually ready for the game.
No,
the game started, but now we're paused. So we're back.
We're back.
We're back. I feel like this is where ZP has shown himself to be a rap god.
That's true.
Bren just.
It's one of my proudest achievements
nuts.
to get ZP to quote DMX.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's it right there.
So now you're going to take credit. You're ZP's ghostwriter.
Yeah.
You've been writing all of ZP's lines.
I'm supportive of him wanting to go and pursue his career of being a hip hop artist. I think if anyone can really tear up the streets, it's going to be Andrew Rush. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to go up there. It's going to be brutal. I don't think Kanye is ready for ZP.
I would view ZP as more of a Will Smith type of rapper, I think.
Okay, so like where he doesn't put any curse words in his rhyme, party songs.
Yeah. I think
hardcore gangster rap is what ZP does, because he knows he has his ear to the streets. He said it in Cass. You heard it, folks. Anyway, here we go. I think you'll be a fantastic pop star. I think you'll be a fantastic pop star.
I would. At one point, I was going to be a member of NSYNC. There was one point I was considering that.
Really?
Yeah, I gave that.
I was going to say One Direction more so because of the
Oh no, those guys are too young for me. So anyway. EnVision, you'll see Jaru, he'll be running Doomfist here, so you won't see him on the Genji. You'll see him running Doomfist here at the beginning. McGravy will be running the 76. On the side of Kungarna, just like they talked about on the desk, they'll be going with Soldier and Tracer, pretty primarily throughout the matchup. Dogman loads up some balls, throws him right at McGravy, takes him out first.
Yeah, already opening up with this advantage just looks so good for Kungarna early into the fight. Forces EnVision to disengage. You lose out on that, that damage. McGravy can't build up on ult. You get Baby Bay just poking from a distance. He's building up as well. Just a great start for them. Now the point has opened up here, and we have the re-engagement coming through as the folks on EnVision trying to, get their footing here.
Yeah, I mean, EnVision can't do anything. They're just kind of trapped in that back corner. Dogman with another pick on McGravy, so you lose that 76. You're forced to back up all the way. And this is where you kind of miss, potentially having the Genji, right? Because, maybe Jaru can get into a position, you can dash, you can deflect, you can get a little bit more aggressive with the Genji, as opposed to Doomfist. I mean, there's not really a position he can attack the players on the point from, being all the way in the back.
Yeah, they're really just waiting for them to come in here and engage. Michael made the call that the 76 is on the side here, so let's see how they play this out. Jaru's going to demech Bishu there right away, but they answer back by dropping the supports, and another push here that's going to be very tough for EnVision to be able to keep up with. Pulse Bomb's going to come out, stick, hello, he's going to find Saini there, and goodbye to the Winston. You're just going to have to run away from this one for the time being. And look at this. I mean, 44% at this point. Kungarna, they are doing a brilliant job holding us, getting these early picks, or at the very least, tipping the odds in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, for Kungarna there, you did use your Tranquility. Dogman popped his ult, and then you had Michael use his Pulse Bomb here. But EnVision, you have not been able to build up any ults thus far. Goliath getting very close to his own tranquility, and you're going to have no Fire. He's going to have his sound barrier as well. So we'll see if they can use either of these support ults to get back towards the point.
Yeah, big opportunity here. They do have the slight upper hand with those ults. Baby Bay is going to pop Tac Visor and just not really be able to shoot it all that much. There goes the Meteor Strike from Jaru right on top of Baby Bay, but not before he was able to take out Fire there. Self-destruct is out as well, and Kungarna once again are just looking good. I mean, they're still hanging around this point. They are going to have the tanks to support. They are going to be able to push them out unless Jaru's going to have anything to say about that one. McGravy's kind of poking in the distance, and they're still maintaining themselves here. Primal Rage is going to be out. Goodbye. One of those players actually jumped down there as well, and this is going to be a flip, but look at that, 96% gain.
Yeah, they did a lot of damage, right? I mean, they were able to extend that fight long enough to get up to 96%. EnVision used both of their support ults there. They used the Primal Rage. If you're EnVision, you're banking on Sani landing a big Graviton Surge here. You're able to combo that. But on the side of Kungarna, you're going to have both support ults. You're going to have a Pulse Bomb of Michael. We'll see if Michael can open things up, get a pick. Then you can use both of those support ults, get right back to the point.
Dive right into the back line, perhaps. And there he goes. He's going to drop Pulse Bomb. He's going to take out 2 Fire and Sani. And that's exactly what you wanted, X. You said it before. Can Michael make that play happen? As he dives right in, gets 2 kills, and now it's just going to be Jaru with the Meteor Strike. Looking to come down, land through. That's going to force out the Transcendence, but they're going to clean him up with relative ease. And maybe some staggers, maybe some players coming in here, but that health is just going to whittle down. Sound barriers out, and Kungarna, be very well done from them.
And because, that Pulse Bomb comes in from Michael, Sani to get back to the point, has to switch over to D.Va. You never got any use of the Graviton Surge. So big kills from Michael with the Pulse Bomb, able to take out Sani and Fire. Allows Kungarna to get back towards the point. They have both support ults there. They take the first point here on Nepal. We'll see here as we go into the second point if we see anything change from the side of EnVision. Whether Jaru stays on the Doomfist or goes over to the Genji. It looks like he'll go over to Genji. You'll have McGravy go back to Tracer. So this is what we've seen a lot from EnVision, as a team throughout Contender Season 1 thus far. And also a point, there was a few times where you saw, Goliath, and I think it was the second fight, Goliath and Fire drop right away. That you just got to wonder, the teamwork between your Zenyatta and your Lucio to just kind of take the pressure off. In that back line, you gotta question it with Goliath coming into the lineup, for Phozix. Phozix we talked about not playing this week. What their teamwork is like between these 2 supports.
Yeah, very true. The comms are very important. You gotta get someone into your system, right? Like bring them into the system. It's always a challenge here. Baby Bay, though, right away opens up with a kill onto Jaru. There goes Remix, diving right into the back. Makes Goliath a victim on that one. And now they are just going to have some fantastic control. The jump pack is going to separate people, really disrupt them with that AoE landing. And now it's just a matter of whether or not, they lost out some players on that. He tries his best there, but it will be EnVision who comes out on top in that exchange.
Yeah, Fire did a good job staying alive long enough to get back to the rest of his teammates. And now we'll see if Kungarna can come back and take the point here. So it looks like they're just kind of... had Baby Bay on the bottom there, just trying to get some damage. They're poking at that front gate, and then everybody else going to go around this left-hand side. So you heard, Michael, he gets on the point, trying to get some of these players from EnVision down from the high ground.
Yeah, and Bishu, going to be a world of hurt, ends up getting D-Mech right above. So he has to get back into that mech as soon as possible. But they are going to be onto the point now, so look for EnVision to have to respond. You want to be able to contest this, force them out of there. Michael backing away wisely enough. He is going to have the heals and the support from his teammates, though. They lose it on the Winston, and again, that just hurts. They're going to need to go back once again to the drawing board. So very different from what we saw before, but it seems like, the way that they like to play EnVision certainly works out well here on Village.
Well, this is going well for EnVision, right? I mean, you're up to 50%. You have both your support ults. You're going to get a Dragon Blade here. You have Pulse Bomb. Pretty much have everything to work with in this next fight. Poops with a sound barrier here for Kungarna. That's the only support ult you have right now. You're going to get close to a Transcendence. Baby Bay with the Tac Visor. We'll see what kind of position they can get him in, because playing on the point with the Tac Visor, you're going to have to force the other team down. Sani's going to get right in your face with that defense matrix, but Dogman takes out McGravy here on the flank. That actually, they use their own sound barrier. They're not able to get anything for it.
No, initiating with that sound barrier, unfortunately for them, just doesn't lead to anything on that. They don't have much to respond with. They're getting just cleaned up here. Remix with that Primal Rage. Really just trying to stay alive. Desperation And with 85% now, this is just not looking good for Kungarna.
Well, I mean, both teams use all their support ults there, but EnVision's still able to hold on to the point. Now Baby Bay falls here with 93%. Jaru still has his Dragon Blade, has not decided to use it yet. If you see Kungarna get back towards the point, he's going to cause chaos with it.
Yeah, that will definitely hurt. Here comes McGravy with the Pulse Bomb. Maybe looking to dive into the back, take out Bishu before he can get back to the mech, but he's just going to leave the handy little Pulse Bomb there to just bring down that health. There goes Jaru with the Dragon Blade as well. 3 down. Well, you know, might as well have 3 with that D.Va taking a seat. Seems like Kungarna, not to be outdone. They're trying to stay alive in this fight, but it will be EnVision who managed to stand tall here as overtime will be in effect, and EnVision are going to take Village here. 1-1, we're all knotted up.
Yeah, Kungarna, you know, they had a few pushes that just does not work out. You know, the last one, they used both of their support ults. You know, EnVision obviously had both their support ults as well. They were not able to get to the point. That was really where things kind of fell apart. Then you have Baby Bay fall, and he has his tack visor. So you're never really able to get a great use of the tack visor. He's able to get like 1 kill at the end there, but not able to just kind of use it, maybe push up towards that high ground, you know, get some good positional control for Kungarna. So we'll see both teams if they stay with the same exact compositions going into the final point. If you're EnVision, I think you stay with this. You know, Jaru's been so great on Genji. You heard Sideshow talk about it.
Uh-oh, hit it.
Now right now,
You just don't got the ups.
You can't get close even getting it near the rim.
All right,
it's a lot like your basketball career. I've seen you shoot before. It's pretty horrid.
Yeah, no, I was really good at just sweating on the court, and that was just about it there. I made the rest of the team slip. Any case, though, here we go. 1-1, folks. All tied up. If you're just joining us, it's our first match of North American Contenders Day 2 here. Kungarna versus EnVision already starting off to be a fantastic match between these two teams. Two teams with really a lot on the line here in the season as the season really begins to dwindle down. EnVision opening up with a kill there onto Dogman, and they're trying to force back the D.Va. Meanwhile, EnVision are able to get that first possession here, so this is already a strong start for EnVision.
Well, it's a lot like what the devs talked about as well with the calculated dives coming out for EnVision. They're able to get Baby Bay out of the equation, then they jump right onto Dogman. They get him out as well. It'll be 2 kills here going in favor of Kungarna as they jump right onto the point, fighting back.
Now, Kungarna really wants to get back onto this point here, and they're going to have to use that sound barrier to keep them in this engagement. And so far, so good. They do manage to get the D.Va right back into the action. Here comes Remixo, trying to be a nuisance, forcing people out. Will chase him down, and Kungarna getting the kills. They're looking to make this flip happen, and they do so. And, you know, they put that sound barrier into the fight there, but overall, Kungarna, good job from them.
Yeah, that was EnVision and both Kungarna using sound barriers there. EnVision's came out, you know, pretty early. Kungarna able to just stay on the point for long enough. They're able to build up their own sound barrier and drop that down. Now, if you're EnVision, you have the Dragon Blade to open things up with. It's just really the question of whether they think Dogman has that transcendence or not.
Want to try and, which he will, and they want to try and bait that out in a second here. Or, at the very least, if McGravy can dive in and get the kill, that would hurt. Transcendence is going to come out for Goliath, though. He's going to keep his teammates in this fight. Dogman, though, is going to answer in turn using his and timing it. That's going to give him a slight upper hand in the fight. Thus far, McGravy chasing a kill on the other side. Jaru looking to cut right through them as well. And EnVision, they managed to make the flip happen while all the action was going on. They succeed on that one. They have the D.Va staggered out on the side, but this was an EnVision, you know, really fought that one through and came out on top. Good job from them.
Yeah, I mean, they use their own Transcendence, and then once they get the Transcendence out on the side of Kungarna, you know, when Dogman uses it, that's when you see Jaru bust out the Dragon Blade. Once that wears off, cut through the opponents. Now Kungarna, you know, you have your self-destruct. You're going to get close to a Primal Rage here. You know, and Kungarna has to think that fire, you know, close to another sound barrier here. So that's really, you know, potentially all that EnVision's going to have to work with here. Remix pops his Primal Rage, sends Goliath flying off the side here.
He's taking him out of the action.
You get that one support out of the equation, though. That's a huge kill.
Yeah, but while that's been going on, though, they were able to follow a kill onto Baby Bay. Michael drops that pulse, gets the kill on fire, and unfortunately the D.Va is just going to take that care package over to their Lucio. Gets that kill. 2 kills, or actually gets the D.Va D-Mech as well as the kill onto Sandy. Just good job, right? 2 kills on that one, eliminating that Lucio, and now they're going to look to set up here. They do get control, but 84% for EnVision, so they have, you know, you have to be feeling, you know, pretty good right now, right? They just want to try and see if they can get anything more out of Kungarna here.
I mean, Kungarna, though, they're going to get close to another Transcendence, another sound barrier here, so maybe you think about, you know, using the Dragon Blade to get either of those support ults out once they come up, because Jaru does earn himself the Dragon Blade. You see Remix drop Goliath here at the beginning, so if you're EnVision, you lose both your supports here at the beginning, it's going to be a very tough fight to win, especially you see the sound barrier come down here with the tac visor for Kungarna. So they're going to fight back right onto the point.
Yeah, they're just going to have to back away from this one. Jaru knew that wasn't a winnable fight, did not invest the Dragon Blade into that. See how they reset for the next, because EnVision, they're going to be down here on percentage X.
Well, you got Kungarna to use their sound barrier and their attack visor, so you got those two ults out of the way. Now you just know that Dogman is going to have that Transcendence on the Zenyatta. You have your own Transcendence as well. And Goliath opens things up with a big kill there on a Pook. So you get their Lucio out of the equation. You open things up with your own Transcendence.
Yeah, you already have that man advantage going into the fight. When does Jaru decide to pop the Dragon Blade here? He's looking for the prime opportunity. And I think they just want to wait for this Primal Rage to go down so that he can, have that leeway to be able to do so. So close to being able to make the flip happen. Now we're going to be in overtime. And here comes the Dragon Blade. Pushes everyone out. They still haven't made the flip happen quite yet, though. As Jaru cuts through a couple folks, but still, they have control onto the point. They make the flip happen in overtime, and it was just as you said, X.
Yeah, and you see the tac visor coming in there late from Baby Bay. You had a lot of your players fall, and you don't have anybody else there, so now you're not going to have that if you're Kungarna, probably for the rest of the game here. So 97% here. Bijou trying to get back towards the point. He gets booped back, not able to get back on.
Nice.
So it'll be EnVision taking map number 1.
Good job from EnVision, man. Booping him back.
And I mean, Baby Bay in that situation,
week,
forced to use the tac visor because the percentage so close for EnVision to take that point, win the game. We'll see the play of the game here from Michael. But yeah, it was a nice boot there from Fire there on the Bijou, not letting him get back towards the point.
Yeah, and think about how important that pulse bomb was, You just end up removing the Zarya from that. I believe Zarya had Graviton,
yes.
getting ready for that fight, as well as the Lucio. I mean, Michael was a discussion point on the desk. They felt like he was a little weak, and despite them losing, at the very least, he did have a pretty solid game there.
But it is still a loss. EnVision will take map number 1 here.
You got to take the positives where you can. That's what I try and do.
You're a pretty positive guy.
I try and be as positive as
I'm a realist.
possible.
A loss is a loss. I mean, you're trying to, yesterday, the Orisa Torb, Symmetra, you're trying to get...
We were close. We were close. Don't take it away from me, man.
Loss
anyway, guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, game 2, you don't want to miss it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to North American Contenders Season 1 here as we get ready for Game 2 between Kungarna and EnVision. And Kungarna currently down on this series 1-0, but EnVision, shockingly enough, playing out of DreamHack and, you know, still doing good. Like, well, very impressive.
I mean, look at it. You know, the desk talked a little bit about it. You know, Johnny brought it up. You know, you play with your teammates, you know, in the same room. You know, you get used to each other. You know, you build a little bit of camaraderie. You know, it may end up working out well for EnVision, I know, today. And then, you know, potentially, you know, you go to playoffs. You've already, you know, kind of land with each other. You have some experience in person. So, you know, it could be a blessing, you know, for this EnVision lineup. As we go into map 2, it will be Eichenwald, like you talked about. Now, at least looking over to my screen, it'll be Kungarna on defense. This is their pick. So maybe you think if you can get Baby Bay up on the high ground, you know, if, let's say, you know, EnVision does take that first point, unlock the payload, you can get him in a good spot with that 76 to cause a lot of problems.
It's going to be an interesting matchup here for EnVision coming into it. They haven't seen a lot of Eichenwald, you know, and he pops up here and there. Never forget the awesome Taimu Junkrat plays on Eichenwald before.
And I feel like,
those
you know,
are great.
Once we get, you know, live Junkrat in here, I think you're going to see even more of that.
I know. It's going to be nuts.
The double mine rat, you're going to see a ton of that. See, I rhymed there.
There you go. Look at that. Dude.
I've been taking ZP's classes.
Yeah, you're gonna. Dude,
I'm gonna go places.
You're gonna be.
I'm not too sure about you, but
no, not at all. I'm done after this.
Maybe if I go on tour, you could be like my backup dancer or something.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I crushed it in the back. I do like a mean Macarena.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Just, you know, and then I do the twist very well.
Oh, the twist.
Yeah, do the twist.
I can see you're really up to date with your dances there.
Yeah.
Alex, as,
I mean, I could say all the other. I mean, you know, I don't think people want the twerk. So
no, nobody wants that.
No one wants
Kungarna
that.
on defense. No, they will not have Baby Bay on the 76 here at the beginning. He'll be running Sombra. So Sombra, you know, pretty good on this map. You know, obviously, you hack that, you know, initial health pack. You hack the one deep where you see him throw his translocator. You know, you just try and go get some damage in the back line, or maybe he can take out Goliath here and then get back. You know, you heal your teammates. You know, that EMP is so devastating as teams come through the choke.
Yeah, we've just seen Sombra's impact throughout all of North American Contenders here. It's been very impressive, you know, on both sides, just to see this particular hero's, you know, play style and how people have been really playing around it. And now Sandy looking to knock back the Winston there, so you're gonna have to, you know, have Remix re-engage. They go back into cover, and EnVision have some ground. They have some control for the time being, but Kungarna's waiting for that opportunity.
Yeah, they have pushed Kungarna back, but Kungarna just goes right onto the Sombra health pack, gains some health here, but they lose Remix at the beginning of this fight. EnVision, you know, not playing this super aggressive, playing this a little bit more passive. They get 2 picks. McGravy now in the back line, trying to put a lot of pressure on Goliath and Fire. On the other side of things, though, it is EnVision picking up all of these kills, getting on the point to clean take here from EnVision.
Yeah, that first pick losing out on Remix so quickly really just hurt them. They were able to get on there. They just had no protection to work with, no one to really disrupt them, and now that cap comes through. So EnVision just not dropping a beat here.
And I think, look, you have Baby Bay on the Sombra. He has EMP. You can use this as a deterrent to the side of EnVision, because we've seen, you know, over the North American Contenders, if you have the EMP and the other team knows you farm this EMP, it really makes it difficult for when the other team wants to invest that sound barrier into a fight, because you could easily negate it. So just the fact that Baby Bay has this EMP could be a lot of issues for EnVision. As you see, he's going to use the EMP, and it's going to be Kungarna getting aggressive here.
Yeah, but in that same moment, though, Fire does drop the beat, ends up giving his teammates those added shields. You have a backline disruption there from the Tracers, really on both sides, though, and it's a, you know, even fight going into it, a 4v4, as the Winston continuing to disrupt there. There goes the Transcendence now to just keep them going into this fight. So far, so good for Kungarna, just forcing him away. Despite that, the Diva Bomb coming in, though, this is going to be EnVision now pushing right back forward here.
Yeah, I mean, EnVision's going to have the spawner advantage. You do have Goliath when he comes back in, as Remix takes him out there with the Primal Rage. He's going to have his Transcendence. So you got, you know, Kungarna to use their EMP, to use their own Transcendence. Now you're just worried about Kungarna possibly having their own sound barrier, but you see EnVision, they will have to back up here as they lose a few more members here. Baby Bay getting close to another EMP here. Now I know when Fire gets close to the sound barrier yet again, it's going to be another kind of dance-off between these two players, Fire and Baby Bay. If Fire can stay out of line of the EMP, use that sound barrier, then EnVision can get aggressive.
He's going to have that in just a couple seconds here. McGravy in the back. Maybe he can get a pulse bomb there, and just ended up rewinding out of that one. You see that Winston, who's just going to be super weak, but they end up losing 2 players in the process. And when you lose out on that Zen, it's just kind of hard to justify continuing to engage in this push. They have to draw back here, get ready for the next one.
Yeah, I mean, once you lose those players, if you're EnVision, you back out, and it's not the worst thing in the world for EnVision, because now you know Kungarna does not have the EMP. You have both of your support ults. You have Jaru with the Dragon Blade. You're in a good spot here if you're EnVision. You know, you saw Dogman in the recent fight use his Transcendence. He's getting very close to it again. But if the attack can come in fast here for EnVision, they can probably get a few picks before he can earn that ability.
Yeah, I don't see how they're going to layer this. The beat has dropped, though, Transcendence out for Goliath, and then you might see Fire use the beat to just give Jaru that added shield so that he can re-engage, but I think they're going to wait for the prime opportunity to use this one. Transcendence now comes out from Dogman as they're losing some of the members here of Kungarna to maintain themselves on the point. Perfect time, though, for Jaru to use that Dragon Blade. Beat be damned, he doesn't need that one as he just pushes right through, shreds through the blue team, and now this is going to be EnVision pushing this forward here. And you know, I would say EnVision, they waited those ults out very well.
Yeah, I mean, EnVision holds on to their sound barrier right now. They have forgotten the payload here as they finally get back on it, as now it'll start moving, making some progress. But Kungarna, they do have this EMP for the next fight. They have their Pulse Bomb. They're going to have Primal Rage. They have some ults to work with here. Pooks falls here at the hands of Goliath, so it's gonna give EnVision some more time as a Pulse Bomb comes out on the cart there. Michael trying to connect on one of the supports, doesn't come through.
Trying to make a play on that. There goes the Diva Bomb. Oh, ends up doing some damage there, I believe, on Bishu and Remix. There goes the EMP for Baby Bay. And that could, you know, prompt some of the members to just back away here, but it seems like they're not going to be held back by this at all. McGravy's just going to go right into the back, try and harass the supports over there. And they were able to just get at least 1 kill in this exchange thus far, and that's going to be the kill onto Michael. But losing Numblock, losing out on the tank, that is going to slow down this push. You don't have the Diva either, and Kungarna can just have free reign to push back the red team here.
Yeah, 1:30 on the clock here for EnVision. You did see them use their sound barrier in that last fight, so you don't have that support ult here. You would love to have it, because now on the side of Kungarna, you're going to have Transcendence, Pooks, getting closer and closer to the sound barrier. So you're going to have, at least, the Transcendence here in this next fight to deal with Jaru's Dragon Blade if EnVision decides to use it. And with a minute left, there's not a lot of time for them to hold on to this here.
It's pressure is certainly on for EnVision. They got to get to that second point. Good job defensively from Kungarna to just burn down that time. There you hear that 1-minute warning come out. So far, no picks just yet. Bishu, though, is going to be about half health there. You see it at the top of your screen. You will have the self-destruct Dogman with the Transcendence as well.
I think they're waiting. They're waiting for their own Transcendence here in EnVision, so they just get it. They're going to get a Primal Rage as well. I think you were waiting to see if Goliath can get that ultimate ability, as he's forced to pop it out, as Kungarna puts a lot of pressure on him on the high ground.
Kungarna looking for the opportunity to just shut this one down. 30 seconds now remaining. Still not a lot of progress being made. It has been contested. They did get the kill onto Remix early on, though. So at the very least, they don't have to worry about the Winston as they push the payload down the bridge. But still, they haven't quite got it to where they want it to be. There goes the EMP coming through. And although Jaru is able to take him out right away, they don't have the ability to use their abilities here. Gravy with the Pulse Bomb now. He's looking to dive in. Could he find the Winston and make him a victim yet again? 3 down now, and now you're going to see EnVision start to push this forward. There goes the last-minute contest, but it won't matter because they are able to get that second point right at the last second.
Yeah, and Bishu's going to drop here. They get him demaxed. He has to jump off the side. Now he's going to be staggered, and it's going to be difficult for Kungarna, right? Because you can't really just challenge around this corner unless you want to get extremely aggressive, because you lose that defense matrix. And now Kungarna in a tough spot. You don't have either your support ults. Jaru does use the Dragon Blade there, but Fire still with this sound barrier. As soon as they see Baby Bay is switched over to the 76, you're going to be able to use this because you're not worried about that EMP.
And McGravy was coming around the flank there to just drop the Pulse Bomb onto the unsuspecting supports. Pooks knows that he's just not in the best of positions there. Ends up dying on that one. And now, you mentioned it, right? They just weren't in a good spot for that particular fight. EnVision are pushing this payload forward. Spawner's advantage will be for Kungarna, but still, though, they're losing out on these fights here. You just have to be super careful not to get staggered and end up paying dearly for that one. Oh, good shield by Numblock. He has to get away back to his teammates, though.
And it is EnVision. They move the payload around the corner. Only 25 seconds left here. They're going to back out a little bit. Dogman with the Transcendence for Kungarna. Coming up in just a second. could use that ability to get pretty aggressive because Baby Bay takes out Fire here. You have the advantage.
Now they're going to have those 2 men down, and with 10 seconds remaining, Kungarna, the tables have flipped. There goes a pulse bomb, drops through, doesn't get a kill. The Transcendence is going to be out as well. Now we're going to be into overtime here any second now. The Diva Bomb comes through, and that's going to have to prompt people to go away. Ends up getting the kill there on a McGravy. Now it's just going to be Lucio and the Diva working in tandem to make this happen. Here comes Winston as well, Numlock wanting to stay alive, and Fire is just not, really getting into the line of fire here. But he manages to drop the beat in the meantime, keeps his teammates going in this fight as Jaru's just cutting everyone up with the Dragon Blade now. But again, that spawner's advantage is there, X, so I just don't know if they can hold this one off.
Yeah, they buy Jaru enough time to get the Dragon Blade Fire with his own sound barrier, but it may not be enough. You have Dogman switch over to the 76 at the end, just to give them a little bit extra damage. Kungarna holding on defense there and preventing EnVision from completing the map.
It was, very well done there, by the Lucio to not expose himself, right? A lot of people would think that you just, you got to keep pushing forward, but he knew what he was doing. He was getting the poke, he was getting the heals down as well, speed when they needed, but for the most part, just keeping everyone going into this fight. But in the end, though, they just can't quite get the 3 points that they want. Now it's going to be Kungarna's turn to attack.
And Kungarna actually almost kept them from even getting back onto the payload to force overtime because Bishu uses his self-destruct, and at the same time, Baby Bay uses the Deadeye. So the self-destruct goes off. You want to get back towards the carpet. You don't want to pop out and get killed by the Deadeye. Yeah. They each got 1 kill with it, and EnVision was able to get back onto the cart, but they just were not able to get a good 6-man engagement going there towards the end.
Yeah, just constantly being staggered. He thought Jaru was going to have just the play of a lifetime there, right? Just cut through everyone. He was lighting up the kill feed. But in any case, let's talk about this upcoming attack here. Let's see, what do we have for EnVision on defense? Nothing too out of the ordinary. This is a comp that EnVision, they just really like to run. They like to be aggressive. And Jaru, man, this guy, he's really made a name for himself here. It's been great to see him continue to shine in Contenders.
Yeah, I mean, he's been tremendous on Genji and Doomfist throughout Season 1.
Oh, nice.
On the opposite side here, you see Numlock getting up in a nice position there, just going to hang out on the roof, jump down on the opponents. And Kungarna on offense, you'll have Baby Bay running the McCree here. So we'll see when the pressure comes in, you know that the other team primarily is going to be running this Tracer Genji. Flanker composition. The pressure comes in. Baby Bay on the McCree. Obviously, the flashbang is such a great tool to deal with those flankers.
And Baby Bay has become, not become because he was always a great DPS player, but his McCree has been fun to watch throughout Contenders. Doors are open. Kungarna's time to attack. Let's see what they do here as they engage onto the right side. Really looking for anyone to try and challenge them on the high ground, but it seems like EnVision just gonna, drop back, wait for that opportune moment, and they're able to sniff out Numlock in that one. Keep them alive, though, at the very least. They're gonna be onto the point now, X, and kind of a slower, defense, I would say. And there goes Baby Bay, just lighting them up, and he will get stopped into the back line. So they really baited them into that one, and then they were able to apply the damage, get those kills.
Yeah, I mean, EnVision doesn't want to play at the choke with this comp. They want to play a little bit further back. It gives Jaru and McGravy, when you get to that pillar right by the point, a lot of different flanking opportunities. They can put pressure on both sides. Gives them a better opportunity to make an impact. And now if you are Kungarna, you know that Numlock, you got him, you got him out of the equation. He's coming out of the respawn, and maybe you're able to get back, pick up a kill before he gets back.
Well, there's Numlock over to the side there, and surely they were able to see that one out. But the question is, how are they going to react onto the dive? Baby Bay gets some free reign on the right side, has to disengage though, and here comes the Genji. Jaru looking to be a nuisance for him to have to deal with. Luckily, he's going to have Remix to cover that one up. In the meantime, though, they end up losing out on Bishu. Can't really, protect those supports in the backline, protect their Winston as well. And they do get back into this one here. So far, though, this has been all EnVision. They have held this one down. They dropped the Transcendence. They pushed them back, and still EnVision maintaining this hold. You have some harassment going on in the back lines there from Remix, who is still hanging around in the back, but still, though, they haven't been able to make any progress thus far on point A.
You do have a lot of ults here for Kungarna. They're going to use their own Transcendence here, keep them alive on the point. That's going to force EnVision to use their sound barrier. Jaru with the Dragon Blade. We'll see if he decides to do it. Oh, man.
Oh, I love the Zenyatta kicks. That Oh, that stung. Baby Bay won't be able to get much out of that with the Deadeye.
Yeah, I mean, you use the Deadeye, you use Transcendence there, use a few ultimates there if you're Kungarna. EnVision, though, you do hold on to your Dragon Blade. You had to use both support ults here. So Kungarna coming in the next fight, you will have Sound Barrier. The other team has no support ults to sustain through it. And Baby Bay takes out Jaru here. So now you know that the Dragon Blade's not in play. If you're Kungarna, you can go right away here. You have that Sound Barrier to open things up.
Let's see if McGravy will be a playmaker, but the beat has been dropped now. Just targets right into the back, but Dogman manages to stay alive in that one. Saney, though, follows it up right away. Dogman was in a bit of a pickle there, so he wasn't able to stay alive. Kungarna picks up the kill onto Saney as well, looking to just disrupt them all over the place. EnVision with that Primal Rage. They're going to have two members hanging around the point, though. It will be the Diva as well as the Tracer. Really want those supports to get back into the action, though, as Remix dies up top. Push people back here. Bishu low on health as well, but Baby Bay able to get the kill onto Goliath, and now you just see a sea of blue as Kungarna have swarmed the point. Numlock goes into the action, but he has no help to stay alive in this one. And Kungarna, they're bullying people out of there, but there goes that Diva Bomb to try and push people away for the time being. Baby Bay picks up yet another kill. He's doing a lot of work there on the McCree.
Yeah, and it was big kills from Baby Bay. He was able to take out Goliath, who was getting very close, playing in that high ground towards a Transcendence Fire. He has his Sound Barrier. He's not able to use it to extend that fight for EnVision, as it will be Kungarna, unlocking the payload here. A good first hold, though, on defense for EnVision. Be Kungarna with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to get that second checkpoint.
A lot of time spent, which is what they needed considering they weren't able to get to last, or get that point on last, I should say. Transcendence, though, is going to pop out over here to keep them in this fight and engaging really early here before the payload can even make it through to the doorway. Sound Barrier is going to come out, and I like this aggression coming out of EnVision now, just giving them nothing to work with, just all over them.
I mean, you catch them completely off guard. You don't expect them to be that aggressive. And then, I mean, if you're EnVision, right, you had a great hold on defense here. If you're able to force out, now Pooks now to use his Sound Barrier, even if you lose that fight, you're looking at what? A minute and 20 seconds left, and you have two really good cracks at it again on defense. So I really like this aggression coming in for EnVision.
And there goes the beat. You said it before, right? Do you have Pooks drop the beat and see if they can push this one forward? Minute 45 on the clock. They're getting the kills courtesy of the added sustain that they have with the shields. McGravy still continuing to harass the back line. There goes Jaru, though, with the Dragon Blade. Gets the kills onto the supports, and they're just dragging this one out. That's going to prompt out Remix to have to use that Primal Rage to see if he could just clear anyone away from here. And finally, they make a little bit of progress, but still, they're holding them down. They are not letting them get any progress.
I mean, you can see, too, the gate hasn't even opened yet. So you haven't even let the payload get over to the gate. It has not even opened yet. So this is a great defensive stand here for EnVision, as you still see McGravy on the payload. Now it'll start to move here, and now you have the time for the gate to open. Now the payload is going to move a little bit further. Pulse Bomb comes in from Michael, doesn't get anything for it, but look at that. Even less time than we originally thought, right? Maybe even that last fight, 1 minute and 20 on the clock. Now only 50 seconds here. You've allowed EnVision to build up, at least their Transcendence. Going to have a Sound Barrier as well here. Dogman forced to use his Transcendence. Here comes Baby Bay with the Deadeye, able to get one. But still, if you're Kungarna, you're forced to use all of these ults to basically just get out of your spawn.
The Transcendence to try and save Jaru there. It will continue to stall it out. 33 seconds left on the clock, and EnVision's defense here has really been great. Just not letting Kungarna get their footing, the constant aggression, and you see Kungarna have to answer back with equal aggression, right? Because they need to get that payload past the underpass, and they're getting kills. They're stopping them. They're also going to have an advantage with the ults.
Well, EnVision knows that they don't have any support ults. You can use your Sound Barrier just like that, and then Jaru has his Dragon Blade if need be. They are pushing Kungarna all the way back. A tremendous defensive effort here for EnVision.
They got to get back there, and they can't do it in time. EnVision get two. What an incredible hold there from EnVision, man. That was very impressive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a great hold on the first point for them to unlock the payload. If they get in there before that gate even opens, it takes a few seconds for that gate to open, the payload to progress, and they're able to just force Kungarna to use so many ults to just get out of their spawn. EnVision, Primal Rage, they use their own support ults, just drag that fight out longer, to the point where, I mean, Kungarna, they get through the gate and around the corner with what? 16 seconds, 20 seconds left. I mean, even if you lose that fight, if you're EnVision, I mean, we've seen so many times, you force a lot of action on the payload, people get off of it, the overtime starts to tick down. Like, you're in a very good spot to hold if you're EnVision there. Great defensive stand there on Eichenwald.
Yeah, they knew that they didn't have a lot of time, to work with, right? So they wanted to just punish them early on, and my goodness, Kungarna, they just caught with their pants down, man. And that's not a good way to be.
Nope.
Not at all. Happened to me once. It was kind of not that pretty. Anyway, guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, though, the desk is going to break everything down, and we're going to get back into the action, so you're not going to want to miss it. Apologies. We'll catch you on the other side.